Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be the one with today's video. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have constant content coming out every single week. And once again, we would like to do a shout out to the first of our patrons. We appreciate all tips and support. It's going to go towards making the channel better, adding more games and more equipment. If you are curious, please see the description of the video. So for today, what we are going to do is the first of 3 videos on the mid-press method that we've done a single video on. This is going to be more of a deep dive, just like we did with our power press method. And for today, we're going to focus on the 4 and 10. Okay, so the 4 and 10 are the 2 that we're going to look at. And what you will notice is that I have 4 bets on each. The reason I have these is because I'm going to show you different ways of doing it as dual presses and as individual presses, and we're going to do them for a $10 minimum bet table and for either a $25 minimum bet table, or if you were just starting out with a larger amount, possibly have a higher bankroll, just want to shoot for it a little bit faster. And for the 4 and 10, we're going to go 6 hits. 6 hits on the 4 or 6 hits on the 10, and how we would press these on the mid-press method. Unlike the power press method, the mid-press method is designed to pull a little bit of money back or towards the player while still increasing these bets up to take advantage of a strong roll. The reason we're only doing 6 rolls is because statistically 6 hits on the 6 fours rolling or 6 tens rolling is likely to occur on a roll of, say, 60 on a 60 roll hand with no 7, and that is an extremely rare roll. If you want to know more about the likelihood of it, watch the power press method on the 4 and 10. I discuss a little bit about how often these kind of rolls come along. So I'm just going to dive right into this, and I'm not doing a $15 minimum bet. I thought about doing a $15 minimum bet. I was going to do 6 of these, but then as I looked at it, the $15 minimum bet, as far as the dual presses go, is just basically a beat behind the $25 minimum bet and a beat ahead of the $10 minimum bet. And as far as the single presses go, same thing. It's just a beat behind the 25 and a beat ahead of the 10. So if you want to do a $15 starting bet or $20 starting bet, you can certainly modify this. Same thing if you wanted to do a $50 bet or even a $100 bet, you would just modify these bets right here and modify the method from there. So let's look at how this is going to roll. So we're going to start with the dual press on the $10 minimum bet first. So with the first roll, this is going to pay 18 or 19 depending. So it's going to pay the $18, and then they're going to collect $8 and they're going to press the 4 and the 10 up to $15 a piece. On the next roll, that 15 is going to pay 27. So what they're going to do is they're going to pay 52 for the 25. It doesn't really matter how they pay this. All that matters is you get your 7 change and you're going to press up to a quarter each. Probably skip the payments themselves as it goes. So on the third hit of the 4, we're going to go both bets up to 50. Now this is a point where the player is actually going to throw in $1. They're going to throw in $1 and they're going to go up to 50 each. Fairly common near that $25 mark. You either same bet it or just individual press, or throw in $1 and dual press them up to 50 each. For the next bet, the player is going to collect $48. And they're going to bring both of these bets up to 75 apiece. Now the 5th time these hit, the player's going to collect $96. So they can always just throw in $4 to collect 100, and each one of these is going to go to 100. And for the final hit, the 6th hit, they will collect $100 again for 5. They'd be collecting $95. And each one of these are going to go up to 150. Each one of them goes up to 150. Now what you will notice with the mid-press method is, look at those rare times that 6 numbers roll, 6 fours roll. Player collects $253. Now, if they only did a same bet, they would collect $18 6 times. That's $108. $108 versus $253. They've collected more, and they have pressed their bet up. Now, obviously at the lower end of this, when they collect $8 instead of collecting the $18, if there was a 7 out right behind that, of course they would end up collecting a little bit less, but we usually look at strategies based on multiple rolls of a number, not just one time, one and done, you're out, finished. So I'm actually going to pull these because we're doing single presses on those guys. So now if we were going to single press this one while still collecting a little bit and not going full balls to the wall, how would we do it? Well, on the mid press method, players that press a little bit, there are some spots where they will go for it, kind of like throwing in $1 so that they could press both the 4 and the 10 up to $50. So for this one, they're going to immediately press to 25 and collect $3. The next time it hits, they're going to press it up to 50. They're going to collect 25. So we'll give them that right there. Now from 100 or from 50, they go up to 100. They're going to press it up to 100, and they're going to collect $48. When they're at 100, they're going to go up to 200, and they're going to collect $95. From 200 is where they are not going to collect as much as you might think, because this pays quite a bit. But at this point, they've already collected $170, so they've collected quite a bit. And now at this point, they're in the middle of a hot roll, and the player wants to go for it. So this time around, they're going to go all the way up to 500, and they collect $90. Now from 500, they're going to collect $475. So we're going to give them 500 for a quarter. And they're going to go all the way up to 1,000. So after 6 hits, they are halfway to table max. They have collected $735. Now what about if you're starting at the quarter to begin with? Because if you'll notice on the dual press, it took the 3rd hit to get up to a quarter. And the highest they got their bet was $150. That's why people don't dual press continuously. Players will dual press, but at a certain point, it actually starts getting a little strokey almost, or stroking the dealers. So they'll get up to a certain point, and then they'll likely single press from there on, just within that point. But I'm offering you the dual presses all the way up for these, and I'll let you decide when you want to switch over to the single press method. So for this one, they're immediately going to throw in $1, of course. So they're actually in the hole $1 on this one. And they're going to go to $50 each. Next, they're going to go to $75 each, and they're going to collect the 48. Now, since they're already in the hole $1, we're just going to say 47, and they're at $75 a piece. From 75, they're going to collect $96. We'll give them 101 for this 5. And they're going to go to 100 apiece. From 100 apiece, they're going to collect $95. So once again, we'll do 100 for 5. And they go to 200. Notice they're pressing quite a bit. They're pressing what seems aggressive, pressing from $100 to $200. Some people might look at that going, man, that's $100 that could be in my pocket. But you have to remember, they also collected $100. So you did put $100 in your pocket off of what was originally a $25 bet. Now, if it hits again from the dual press, probably just going to take it to 300. Probably just going to take it to 300. Now this is going to pay $390. It's going to pay $390. They're going to go up to 300. They're going to collect $190. Now from 300, where are they going to go? Well, on the very next hit, they're going to collect $185. And they're going to take each one of these up to $500. So on the dual press method, after 6 hits, this player is at $500. They have collected blacks. They've collected $613. $613, and their bet is up to $500 each. So they have $1,000 on the table as well. Big difference between the player that started at 10 and the player that started at 25 as far as dual press goes. What about single press, you ask? Well, glad you asked. I am here to show you. So for the single press, the first time it hits, they're going to collect $24. Go straight to 50 bucks. Next time it hits, they're going to collect $48. We'll do 50 for 2. Go up to 100. The very next time it hits, they're going to collect 95. Go up to 200. The next time it hits, they're going to collect $90. And they're going to go to 500. Now the next time it hits, this is where they collect quite a bit. They're going to collect $475. And they're going to go to 1,000. And the final time it hits, they're going to collect $950. 1,050 for 100. And they're going to take this up to $2,000. So what you'll notice on the single press method, even with more conservative presses where they're collecting some, they're not throwing in money, they're doing what we call the mid-press method, what I call the mid-press method, this player is still able to hit $2,000 after 6 hits. Now, as we've discussed, 6 hits is fairly uncommon, but it does happen. It's tougher, but it does happen. And if you're on a $1,000 or $2,000 max table, you can actually hit table max even on the mid-press method. A little bit more difficult, but it can happen. And that is the 4 and 10 deep dive into the mid-press method. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope it helps you guys decide what sorts of strategies you guys want to have. If you have any strategies, please email them to us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. Otherwise, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.